Hello, everybody. This is the first stream. I'm using my temporary avatar right now because my main one isn't finished yet. So, hello, everybody. Do swap. This is the first stream. I'm using my temporary avatar right now because my main one isn't finished yet. So, hello, everybody. Do swap. This is the first stream. I'm using my temporary avatar right now. Let's get in Discord. My main one isn't finished yet. So,
Hello.
hello.
Hey. Have we figured out who is doing the streamer recording?
I am streaming it
Were you
right
gonna do
now.
that this session?
Okay.
Cool.
Good. I don't have
yeah.
to fix my OBS and figure out whatever the hell was happening.
All right.
All right. I think we're only waiting on Alex right now because Ivan's gonna show up a little bit later.
Perfect.
And I'm gonna say, how about does 5:15 sound like a good start time to you guys?
Well, Ivan said he was going to be 30 minutes late, but yeah, we can start without him if it's like, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. No, I don't want to leave Alex out.
That doesn't leave like 30 minutes, so that we get really into it before you do that. Like,
Yeah.
It does like let him start. Yeah, that makes sense.
Oh, I was specifically referring to Alex, the tech priest.
Yes, I know.
Yeah.
I was saying that also is good because it leaves time, because it leaves like it has the time before.
Also,
Before
Nadara,
Ivan
like
goes
it
up.
wasn't publicly lambasted for skipping parts of class yesterday, right?
No.
Oh, okay.
You were fine.
Well,
She didn't even
that's
notice
good.
for most
Cool.
of it.
I know. Yeah. Like I said, I just straight up disassociated towards the end. Anyways, yeah.
Again, you casually can talk about the time you bit someone's ear, like part of their ear off.
Look, I'm not actually a cannibal. Well, I technically am, but it's complicated.
You're technically a cannibal, sure.
Technically, it was a mistake in elementary school. I got in a look. Okay, for everybody who doesn't know, I got in a fight in elementary school. There was ear biting involved, and part of it went in. I accidentally swallowed a tiny little bit of an earlobe.
Jeez.
That's it.
Nice.
I like this story.
That's pretty based.
Look, my royalties go to corn, okay?
It's always corn. Corn always gets
Okay,
it.
Cruz. Okay. Your royalties go to Orin. Okay, Khrushchev.
Fuck you. something. Conrad Kurz is very proud.
That was such a simultaneously such a stupid and really intelligent joke.
It's very multi-layered. Yeah. So I figure we'll wait for about like a little bit until Alex shows up, and then if they don't, we will just start. Yes. What's up?
Will introduce themselves to the stream or something. I don't know how that works.
Nadara, do you want
the
us to
walking
introduce
stream
ourselves?
of myself? Yes, we absolutely should.
Alright. I mean, I'm down.
What's it on?
I think it's a Twitch.
Yeah, I'm on Twitch.
I'll link it.
Alright, 1 minute. Let's throw it under. I'll just throw it in general. There you go. It's my old avatar. My new one isn't rigged yet, unfortunately. But it'll do.
Wow. I think it was a mistake in elementary school. Oh god. Sorry. I heard my own voice and I wanted to kill myself.
Common experience.
Yeah. Hello, all of Nadara's audience.
Nice.
Oh.
very okay. There we go. I had a big delay.
There is a significant delay.
Yeah, that's part of just like being. That's one of the. You have to be like partnered to get a not horrible delay, right?
Fair. Yeah.
Nidara sheet.
Yes, my sheet.
Okay, so I guess I don't know. I mean, hey, if you get famous, maybe this will be a thing.
Deep lore.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm Shiv. He, him, game master.
Game master.
Gay master, yes.
Me, which I am also, yes.
Yes. Kirtha is the
Hi.
co-GM.
I'm Jane, but
Yeah.
Kirtha is my character.
I guess I'll go next. I'm Pyria Stardance on Twitch. I'm playing the Eldari Farseer Nidara.
Indeed. Liv and Ray, you guys want to introduce yourself?
Oh yeah, howdy. I'm Livy. I'm playing Patience.
The screaming bigot.
We're
Yes.
all playing Screaming Bigots. It's the Imperium of Men.
Yeah.
Well, I'm like screaming bigot squared.
Yes,
Yeah.
true.
And Ray is here also.
Except Nidara, who is a like disdainful bigot instead of screaming like violent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm Ray. I'm mostly just sitting in waiting for a different game to start, hoping that'll start soon and won't get canceled. But eventually I will be playing my own character once that has finished its story.
Not a navigator, indeed.
Yes. Oh, if game is canceled if my game is canceled 1 week, I will probably be in here vibing, or if Shiv needs me to voice act something, well, I'm always happy to help her find out.
Indeed. And I am very thankful for that fact. Let's see, it's 5:15. I don't know where Alex is, but Ivan should be along any moment. So, do you guys, what do you guys think? Do you want to start or not right now?
Let's wait like 5 more minutes. If they don't show up, then
Are you all feeling comfortable with that? What was that, Nadar?
Oh, I said we can wait a little bit.
Sure. I'm done. I'm not doing
So
anything.
you haven't heard anything back from the tech priest, right? So I don't even know if like.
Yeah. Yeah, we're just waiting for the tech priest player right now. Also, you guys have something really. You guys want to know something really completely off the wall?
That's just anything about you. So yeah, sure.
Well, okay. Well, thanks, jackass.
I need to start a Shiv deep lore argument, like fucking document.
Look, yeah, whatever. No, I was just gonna say that the other day, I had a moment with some deer.
Oh my god, yes.
I think I told Nidara about this. Yeah. I accidentally I turned off my headlamp when I was walking home, and then I wandered into like a fucking entire herd of deer. And then I turned on the headlamp, and we all just did this really awkward staring competition until I like slowly backed away.
You intruded upon something you should not have seen.
Yeah,
They will be coming for you.
The ritual.
Honestly, deer, like bucks specifically, like actually have a mildly terrifying. I don't know why. They're just kind of creepy to me. Very tasty, but
yeah, they are kind of creepy.
It's probably that crown of bone on their head.
It's the whole antler thing, It's very weird to look at.
Yeah.
Also, I mean that's not special. When I was at like Boy Scout camp, I had several accidental close encounters with deer. One time, I was like near this gun range that they had, and I was like I wasn't actually going to it. I was going to another activity, but I was near it, and I could hear like people firing. And then I was walking through this like forest trail, and I turned and I looked to the side, and there was a deer like 2 feet, like 3 or 4, like 4 or 5 feet away from me, just like staring at me.
The most awkward conversation.
Yeah, deer jump scared.
Oh. Speaking of antlers from like a moment ago, I've actually made necklaces and stuff out of antlers and shit.
I know that most of you guys have seen actually, I think all of you except Liv have seen my creepy roadkill skull thing.
Oh
Yes.
Oh, yes. Well, actually, Nidara, we used it as a piece of
we used it as
terrain
terrain
for that
for
one
Warhammer.
right?
That's so sick.
Yeah, we just had a giant skull in the middle of a battle between Votan and Marines.
Skulls for the skull throne.
Yeah, that's
Blood for the blood gods.
Skulls for the skull throne.
Skulls for the corn
cornflakes.
lazy boy recliner. Yeah. Unironically, I actually think that he sets on a lazy boy recliner. Not a navigator, indeed. Like, I get that he's supposed to be sitting on a throne, but like, he really gives me very loud, drunken grandpa vibes.
It's no wonder that the Warhammer universe is so shit when 2 of its gods are just sitting on their lazy boys all the time.
Well, Nurgle is in the kitchen at all times.
I was saying that the Emperor and Court are both just sitting on a throne all the time.
Not true. Huh. I never thought about the Golden Throne like that, but now I can't get it out of my head.
Holy lazy boy.
Okay, that's funny.
Custodian, bring me my potato chips. I wish to watch the game.
I need the Mountain Dew.
It's like those dads that train the dog to fetch a beer from the fridge.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Horace, fetch me a beer.
Trajan, go open the fridge and carry a beer back in your mouth.
Lehman Russ, stop chewing on that. Yeah.
But you wouldn't even call them by their names. You would just call the number that they are. Like you wouldn't say Horace, go get me a beer. It would be like, whatever his number is, go get me a beer.
Oh God. Oh, just calling people by numbers is one of those oh God.
No.
Yeah. No. I think it's very grimdark.
Yes.
Let's see. Where the fuck is Alex? In fact,
They're not online.
Yeah, they're not online. I mean, we can start if you guys want to. But
Do you have their number?
I don't have their phone number. No.
You tried calling them via Discord.
Sure, I can do that real quick.
Yeah, I do that at least one time before, just starting.
Yeah, I'll give them a. Who's that? Sorry, I just got a notification from Microsoft. Okay, it's an ad. How do I call somebody on Discord? I'm a boomer.
Yes.
So you go to their pro. So
you can say.
Look,
basically, you start a DM with them and then call them from that.
I think he doesn't know the button that does it.
Oh wait, it's okay. The main issue is that I hadn't actually sent a friend request first.
You know what? I'll just do it.
Yeah, thanks. Thank you, Jane. If they don't show up, we can just start the session. I think that we'll. Oh, Jane had to disconnect to do that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All I'm waiting for is Bodhi. Oh, they're actually online.
Keep in mind they might have family problems right now.
A what? A goblin?
Family problems.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Oh, yeah, Bodhi is having a little bit of a family issue. Yeah, Jane will be okay. Never mind, Jane. Hey, Alex. Jane just dropped the call to contact.
So my phone started buzzing nonstop for about 3 minutes. All of a sudden,
I'm very.
It appears you showed up while I was Well, immediately after I left to call you. Sorry.
No, it's fine. I forgot. I was making food for people. And it
Oh,
slipped my mind.
what were you making?
Shit,
Okay.
I should have made my food already. You know what? I'm just gonna. Do you guys mind if I take like 2 minutes to microwave some chicken patties?
Sure, yeah, no, we gotta wait for Brody anyways, and if they're not able to come today, we can start.
Yeah, it'll be like it takes like literally 2 minutes. So
I know you make all of your food is eaten in the mic. It's made in the microwave. I understand.
No, I also oven the pizzas. College student. What do you expect?
We're all
I'm
college
making
students, idiot.
sausage and like chicken melts. I
Oh fuck yeah, dude! No, chicken melts are great.
No,
yeah,
Shiv,
the oven microwave food.
Shiv, I know. I'm just fulfilling the stereotype. Is what I'm saying.
All right, make your food.
Right. Bye. See you in a minute.
All right. Oh hey, I was actually showing. Okay, yeah. So we're just waiting for Jane to make her dinner. To finish, it's gonna take like 2 minutes, and then we'll start. Yeah.
Good.
And considering we're all live, yes, Shiv, I already introduced myself. Nidara and Ray and Liv already introduced themselves. You guys want to introduce yourselves to Nidara's non-existent audience?
I'm Asher. I will be playing Ivan, the perpetually sad man.
Just man with a fucking storm cloud
Yeah,
over his head.
personal rainstorm at all times.
Yeah.
I am 010010111011111110. You may call me John.
I defaulted in my notes to 01.
That's equally funny.
Yeah. Also, John.
Is somebody walking through snow?
Sorry, I'm adjusting my blanket, I think.
Oh, that's what that is. It sounded like like the crunch of snow.
Just
That might be
as a
the
warning to
sausage.
all of you in the audience that may or may not be there, some of us have shit mic quality apparently, or way too good mic quality.
You have a very good mic
depends.
quality.
Yay!
Yeah, I can fully hear everything. Also,
That's good.
while we're waiting for Jane to come back, have you given your dog insulin today?
Not my job right now. Parents are taking care of that.
Nice.
Actually, it shouldn't be my job at all, but apparently my brother decides to go gallivanting around at night.
Gallivanting. You see, I swear to God, you're the only person who uses gallivanting in a sentence. Very loud,
It's a fun word to say, sometimes.
It's a fun word.
I just say words. I don't think about what they mean or anything. I just say words.
All right, Professor. As somebody who says the word salubrious in conversation, has said the word salubrious in conversation over the past week, I get you.
Mm.
All right.
I'm not alone.
Then we will start. I'm going to pull up the notes.
I'm not alone in my degeneracy.
Why is it degenerate?
Weirdness. There. Happy?
Indeed.
I was saying degenerates as in how Toreador are often called degenerates, so it's degeneracy and...
Fair enough. Yeah. All right. So we'll start in a moment. I'm going to pull up the notes. So for most games, we're going to have a pre-prepared sort of music bot, but we're still working on that right now. All right. Jane, you back? I hear a rustling.
All right, I'm back.
All right. Is everybody down to start?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm good to go.
All right. Liv?
Yeah.
Cool. Ivan and Alex, you guys ready?
I'll need a second to
Cool.
get fully situated at a computer.
Gotcha.
But you can start talking. I'm listening.
Sure. All right. We'll start with the intro to Dark Heresy. The Tithe Fleet. Lugbant. High atmosphere. Lugbant is a feudal world, locked in a quasi-stasis of medieval life, a steppe world, whose faith in the God Emperor has held it safe for 7,000 years. But a swarm of gigantic ships darken the sky of its dawn this day. The shadows of warships blot out the sun and slide across its endless steppe. 600 vessels crowd the empty atmosphere, immense universe-class mass conveyors, each 12 kilometers long, armed freighters the size of cities, and ancient escort frigates of Battle Fleet Ruthenia, their campaign honors engraved upon their armored prows. This is the Tithe Fleet, sent from Terra itself to collect its due on an endless pilgrimage across the stars. No world may refuse the tithe, for Holy Terra, the throne world, once known as Earth, will take its due from the millions of worlds in the Imperium of Man. What is more, one of these ships bears passengers, agents of the undying Emperor, of the Ordo Hereticus of the Holy Inquisition, the very mention of which is enough to send shivers of terror down the spine of even the most loyal of his citizens. And somewhere deep in the bowels of the mass conveyor named Bridesmaid of Destiny, Interrogator Kirtha Van Gero awakens in her small habitation cell to the incessant sound of somebody banging very loudly on her door. Jane, please describe your character and her temporary lodgings.
I'm Kirtha Van Gero. I am relatively short at 5'9", but I have a harsh look on my face. I still bear the scars of my soul binding to the Emperor upon my flesh. My eyes are not melted. The scars, the burns, are still visible. My hair is raven black. Normally it would be tied up in a ponytail, but right now it is loose and frazzled, as I have just been awoken from my sleep. Who the hell is waking me up at this? Must be.
You hear another series of loud knockings. You are sleeping past the arrival! A great sight it is, all these ships and this planet below. Hurry or you will miss it. Also, the Lady Inquisitor has summoned us. The gunship is waiting.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, are you opening the door?
Can I put some clothes on first, at least?
I am just waiting. Yes, you may dress. I do not wish to see you unclothed. It would be very awkward for a working relationship, you hear shouted through the door.
Right. And your relationship with... So, what does that say about your relationship with Selena?
With that to her this morning. Do not fucking complain. Look, I protect you, alright?
Sure, Marcus. She just, quickly throws on her clothes.
Alright, and do you,
yeah, she ties up her hair, quickly. It's not very well done, but she is,
What does her room like the temporary room that she's in?
You would expect the former Scion of a road trader dynasty to live in luxury, but it's a very Spartan and austere room, even by the standards of the Inquisition. The only real vanities present there, her clothes are in a dresser. Her bolt pistol is on the side. Is on the side of her. Is under her pillow, which she of course takes. And she has a small mirror and shower to wash herself. But other than that, the only real vanity is the golden statue of the God Emperor, which she prays every morning and night.
And so when you thumb the activation rune and the door slides open, Maros Vasilios is standing there in the companionway. And he's leaning against a metallic wall, one of the walkways. and he is very openly smoking a low stick, and the smoke is getting into your room. And there are several discarded butts littering the deck plates at his feet. He's clearly been there for a time. And the ex-ganger is, of course, wearing flak armor. He's got a high-caliber autogun slung on a strap over one shoulder, and his greasy black hair is very unwashed. There are also crumbs on the leg of his military issue pants. "Oh, you're awake!" He grins.
Yeah, hard not to be when you were slamming my door so loudly. Of course
Yes,
I'm awake.
well, Mamselle Selena told me to come fetch you, and you and me will find the sister, and then we will go fetch the Inquisitor Zeno's pet, and then we will all go together to catch our prey. What is that high Gothic word? It means time to be enjoyed. It starts with an F.
It doesn't really matter. Let's just go.
Yeah, fun. That's the word. Yes. Then come. Then we have much of the ship to walk. He hands you a data slate, and it has the mission debrief. And he just keeps talking incessantly as you walk. We are to depart in less than an hour, and we have to do that with the Xenos among us, which I am not relishing.
Yeah.
And the previous ship has to be collected as well.
She just kind of nods. She's not like saying anything. She's very quickly just like scarfing down a protein bar, which she had stored in her room for emergencies like this.
All right, yeah, and you're walking, the Maris.
She kind of swipes a low stick from Morris. Would you mind lighting me up?
Oh yes, of course. He offers a lighter to you, and he lights it for you.
Yeah, they're still walking as they do this.
Yes, this is something that I have always respected about you. You understand the enjoyable things in life. And he's yawning and scratching himself as he walks, and he pulls out this canteen, and he just takes a swig, and it smells suspiciously to your nose, like recaf mixed with sacra.
I just kind of roll my eyes and don't say anything. With anyone else, I would probably reprimand him, but Morris has been in the retinue almost as long as I have. I'm well used to this unprofessionalism at this point.
Indeed. And you guys continue walking down the hallway. Now, Nidara.
All right, I'm gonna go. See you guys.
Yeah.
Have fun with your game. Yeah, Nidara, you are you there?
I am here, yes.
All right, so you are meditating in your chambers, contemplating all that you know in your place in the galaxy. You have been on this mass conveyor with its brutal, barbaric name for about 3 months now, ever since the Inquisitor brought you, the Interrogator, and the Monkai thug from onto it. The last time you were on a world was that failed debacle on Valdenhart, where Gracchus Evanstyre, or the retinue's current prey, escaped the hunt, and killed the Inquisitor's pet arcoflagellant in the process. What are you doing while you meditate? What do your chambers look like?
They're fairly bare. A couple cloths, a fairly Spartan bed. I'm traditionally used to sleeping on the dirt. I gave up my cozy life as a Farseer to join the Yunari, and at that point I was mostly out on missions and serving our lady, and so I'm fairly used to just sleeping on nothing but the dirt itself, and so actually having something to sleep on is fairly nice for once. Nidara is very, very tall, over 7 foot, long, almost to the back of her legs, platinum white hair, just fairly standard robed body glove, and she has a singing spear strapped to her back.
Ooh, okay, yeah, no, this is very Eldar. Does she wear her armor when she's sleeping, or is it more like a robe?
It's like a robe set. It's not super armored, but it's the sort of thing that you could wear into battle because you're so fast, but you could also just wear it in every day-to-day things because it doesn't weigh you down too much.
Got you. There is a soft beeping sound at the doorway, and you recognize it as the primitive methods that these Monkai use as a request for entry.
I sort of stand up, give a little bit of a stretch, and then head over to the door and then open it to see who bothers to interrupt my highly important and relevant contemplations.
Well, both of the people outside you've met briefly before. since you were taken in by the Inquisition. There's Maris, the thug, who is leaning against a nearby wall that's covered in bas reliefs of human skulls, of course. And he is chewing on what looks like this strip of like dried animal meat that he's holding in one hand, and in the other he's got this mug of something you can already smell from here. It smells like toxins. And on the other is next to him is the interrogator.
Yeah, Surfa is like also like leaning against the opposite side of the wall. Her foot is kind of on the one foot is on the wall, one is on the ground. She has her arms crossed. She just kind of gives you. She kind of just gives. She gives Nidara a dirty look, as she usually does when she has to interact with Xenos. Well, the Inquisitor calls number 15.
Oh my god, number. Jesus.
Let us go then, you stupid Monkais who can't even remember my name.
I know your name. I just choose not to say it.
What is it, Vandara or something? It says Maris. He's like clearly inebriated at this point.
Let's get
Maris,
this
give me your
going.
flask.
Maris complains, and he almost makes like this sort of cat yowling sound, but he does give you over the flask. Now,
Yeah.
As you all continue bickering the whole way, I presume, we are going to
be mostly silent.
Oh, fair enough. We will switch over to Liv's character. Patience.
Right. So, Reverend Patience Petrenka is a hefty thing. Most of their muscle-hewn flesh is exposed. Their dark skin is riddled with a panoply of scars across nearly every inch of their body. Over a decade of self-flagellation and mortification have left the late 20-something-year-old's body like that of someone twice their age. They are clad in fractured enforcer armor and a tattered red cloak, each stained with years of dirt, blood, and ash. Patient's head is shrouded by a painted carapace helmet. The faceplate has long broken off. It has instead been replaced by a redemptionist hooded mask tucked underneath, obscuring all but their maddened eyes and scarred lips, their bitter face caught in an eternal loathsome glare. The Arbites logo that once adorned the chestplate has been crudely painted over with the brilliant and orange-red flame of a redemptionist logo, with the symbol of the ecclesiarchy, perhaps incongruously, added on top.
Ooh. They are a very angry person. Yeah. So, Patience, you are walking the rows of the dead, and it is cold and silent in the gigantic mortuary vault of the tithe ship Bridesmaid of Destiny. Hundreds of corpses are laid out in rows on cold plasteel tables, each one covered from neck to ankle in a plastic sheet. Each one with their dog tags wrapped around their big toe for ease of identification, and what personal items that the medicaes that dragged them from the battlefield deign to save are laid out beside each body. And on Martyria, the dead are buried in huge graveyards that stretch for dozens of miles. But these are Imperial martyrs, slain on the Hadros Major warfront. And you know what will become of them. They are a tithe of a sort, paid in blood, destined for the furnaces of the funeral world of crematoria. Their small chunks taken from the hulls of destroyed Imperial warships will be embedded in their chests, so that when their bodies are burned to ash and the ceramite melted down and reclaimed for the hulls of new vessels, their ashes and blood may go to battle once more in service to the throne, embedded into the steel of the God Emperor's warships. You are alone in this room, and what are you doing and what are you thinking as you consecrate the bodies of these dead, these martyrs?
So, Patience begins to head to one end of the room where they have set up in advance a crude metal pulpit to prepare a mortuary speech. A server's skull floats gently astride them, its mounted laudhailer set up to begin blasting Patience's holy words into the depths of this vast room, echoing between the hundreds of rows of fallen warriors and rusted metal beams.
And you're doing this as a sermon to like these unhearing dead, right?
Yes. As they begin their speech, and not expecting anyone to hear besides the souls of the lost warriors, Hear me, O fortunate ones. Carry my word to the God Emperor's side. You who art blessed to die. I imagine as they speak, several servitors begin shuffling down the rows and placing incense and oils upon the bodies to finish the mortuary rites.
Indeed.
Noble heroes of mankind, know that in giving your life for the Imperium, you embody the essence of whatever human should strive to be. Know that in death thine flesh and blood shall be smelted upon the holy forges of crematoria, and to have the honor of fighting in the Emperor's name once again. O we pitiful servants of him upon Terra, hold thine glorious redemption in great envy. For every moment of our lives should build to a moment of absolution and death, as you have been so fortuitously rewarded by the Emperor to endure. May the vessel upon which thine martyred flesh shall be consecrated deliver the wrath of the God Emperor. May 1,000-fold more of us sinners be redeemed in the blood of the enemies of man. May the Emperor protect.
Oh my God.
And with the final words, silence falls upon the mortuary chamber as the last words projected from the servo skull echo into the darkness. Soon the only sound is the whirring of the ship's distant motors and the servitors and Patience breathing heavily.
As Patience breathes very heavily, there is one thing that I suppose would stick out to them. One of the nearby corpses, the death wound that blew out their stomach is poorly hidden by very inexpert stitches, no doubt from some servitor. And there is a scrap of paper in their breast pocket of their folded uniform beside their body. Do you poke around or do you leave it?
Patience would not interfere with with someone who's been prepared for death, prepared with their rightful mortuary finality.
Yeah, and as you turn around after your sermon, you see Kirtha, Nidara, and Maris standing behind you. They've probably been listening for a good 30 seconds.
Your devotion is admirable.
Patience. I speak only as any true servant of the Emperor should.
Maris scratches his neck as very devoted of you, priest. Extremely faithful, perhaps? Xenos, what do you think?
I think all of
She's
these
just gonna
stupid death
Surfeit
rites
just
are wasted for a species that's soul just gets sucked into the void and is gone forever.
You never cease to amuse. What the fucking fiction.
Surfeit is going to slap fucking Maris. Why would you say that? We're not supposed.
He rubs his cheek. Apologies. I was only attempting to make conversation with the disgusting alien.
Surfeit just kind of holds up her hand and shows her inquisitorial ring, which is mostly sorry. She just reaches into her shirt past her mesh cloak, and pulls up a necklace with the emblem of the Inquisition upon it. Reverend, I'm sorry, but you've heard too much. Come with us.
Well, the Reverend's already been with your retinue as well.
Oh, never mind. Sorry.
Yeah. No. They Liv's character has already been with your retinue.
Yeah. Sorry. I forgot. Yeah, my bad. Never mind.
All right.
Ignore the whole thing about her slapping Maris.
Okay.
Yeah. So she's just gonna argue with Nidara. You could say whatever you want, Zeno. Everyone knows that the God Emperor protects the souls of the faithful.
Your stupid
your ignorance against
slain by his own son is sitting rotting on his throne hundreds and thousands of light years away, with using his remains of his psychic power, and you sacrificing thousands of perfectly good psychers every day as a fucking lighthouse. You have no room.
Varys holds his hand over his ear, just yelling, "I can't hear you! I
have seen His Majesty upon the throne. Where do you think these scars came from?" Just gestures to her entire fucking scarred up face, very blatant burn scars. You know nothing, but you think you know everything. The God Emperor rests upon the golden throne because he sacrificed himself for us, but he's still watches over the faithful.
Your ignorant words of cowardice against the true glory of the Emperor are but pointless, for they come from a Xenos mouth.
This is going nowhere.
There is a
Come
giant-
on, let's go see the Inquisitor.
There is a giant grinding sound that probably means some gigantic autoloader has like went through its motions.
Yeah.
Yeah. And okay, so you all sort of go to the launch bay. So the Bridesmaid of Destiny is a universe-class mass conveyor. It is one of the largest ships ever constructed in the Imperium, and there are hundreds like it in this TIE fleet. To be frank, it takes you all the better part of half an hour to travel by shipboard train to the nearest launch bay, which is Bay 36. And as you travel through the ship, you see probably 4,000 people all along your way. Patience, you know that this vessel carries a crew complement of 80,000 and has carrying space for up to 500,000. So for now, the storage bays are empty, waiting to be filled with the tide of the world below. What are you sort of thinking as you transit?
Patience will mostly be in prayer over the majesty of the works of mankind.
Nidara, as Patience is muttering to themselves about their primitive religion, and the interrogator is scrolling on a data slate, what are you thinking as you look out the window of this maglev train?
Probably about how much of a waste it is to have this much space with nothing in it just to transport resources.
That is correct. Yeah. Beside you, Maris is picking at his own knuckles and like clearly trying to edge away from you. He keeps shooting weird looks at you, like he's like looking at like a bug or something.
I'm gonna look at him and just sort of tilt my head.
He gets up and moves to another seat.
I'll put like a smile on my
All
face
right.
and then just sort of lean back into the seat and close my eyes and go sort of like into a light trance while we wait.
All right. Well, the four of you take the group of you take your train, and then there's a lift and several other lifts, and eventually you arrive on the loading bay, and it is the size of a chapel. Flight crews are scurrying around in like frantic preparation. Servitors are carrying boxes to and from a variety of shuttles. One shuttle, though, stands apart from the rest. It is a Valkyrie, currently being refueled, and it is emblazoned with the stylized eye of the Imperial Inquisition. And as you approach, a woman exits. She's pulling combat gloves on her hands. There's a bolt pistol already fastened to the belt upon her waist. There's a power sword on her hip, and she is wearing an ascetic brown set of leather robes, and her black hair is shot with streaks of ash. And she is wearing the tall, broad-brimmed hat of an agent of the Ordo Hereticus, and says, "About bloody time, where have you lot been?"
Gathering the retinue as you commanded.
That's no excuse for tardiness. It's harsher than she normally is.
You're right. I'm sorry. I was not attempting to make an excuse, merely provide an explanation, so you may determine a punishment appropriately.
Very well. I don't have time to... It's all right. Kirtha, I'm sorry. I'm preoccupied today. We found him.
Gracchus?
Gracchus. Indeed. I don't mean for him to slip through our grip again. Behind her, there are electrokinetic arcs flying from a welding torch as some menial goes about their work on the Valkyrie. I don't mean to lose him a sixth time.
Kirve just gets like kind of a vicious grin on her face. Oh, I'm glad we found him.
And the rest of you, you all prepared?
Here's the picture of the Inquisitor for anyone who wants to see it.
I am always prepared to serve the Emperor.
And here is Nidara.
And you, Mistress Nidara?
Krythe. We shall go.
Very well. I'm assuming you're all familiar. Gracchus Evanstyre. He is a man judged in absentia to be guilty of heresy, treason, the destruction of imperial property, and the murder of imperial subjects, including agents of his holy ordos. Kirtha, Patience, Maris, we have hunted him together for over 2 Terran metacycles now, 2 solar years. Mistress Nidara, I understand you have only been with us for a short time, but this man is dangerous and crafty. I will not allow him to slip our net for a 6th time. So, to that end, I have requested an honor guard from the Tithe Fleet. They shall meet us on planet and escort us to the Lord Governor's tent to begin our investigation. Are you all understanding of this fact?
The Kirfe nods.
Oh, and Nidara, you'll need to wear this. And Nidara, she tosses you this gigantic, voluminous robe. And if you take a look at it, it is the robe of a mutant savant and would cover you even at Eldari height. It's got this gigantic pointed hood, and your face would be entirely obscured in shadow.
Nidara will give like a nod and like, thank you, thank you. This will be much help.
Indeed. Your cover this time is that you're my informational savant, and a mutant from some world in the Basilisk Verge. It's remote enough that nobody there will know anything about it other than fear. She then jerks ahead at the Valkyrie. Get in. When we land and take stock of what we're dealing with, you shall have your duties, and our hunt will begin.
Yeah, that's acknowledged. And then Kirfe just gets on the ship.
Patience follows.
Nidara will don the cloak and then enter.
Yeah, quick question: what is Nidara thinking about this? Because that's a relatively demeaning thing to have of an Eldar.
She just doesn't care. She knows that this path will lead her to the Crone Sword, and so she's just sort of rolling with it.
Very well. All right. So as you guys enter, Selena Vanthra will touch the comm bead in her ear and say, "Georg, spin up the turbines. We're going dirt side." And something you all notice is that Maris and Selena hold a quiet, whispered, and seemingly intimate conversation in sort of the front of the Valkyrie as the boarding hatch closes. Kirtha and Patience, you all kind of know that Maris and the Inquisitor have a working relationship that goes beyond the professional. Do you comment at all?
No, like I said, I'm used to it.
Patience detests it, but knows better than to question the Inquisitor.
All right. Well, when you take your seats, y'all fashion your crash webbing, I assume, and lower the restraint bars. Yep. The pilot, Georg, turns on the turbines, and the Valkyrie roars to life and drops out of the magnetic shields and into space, hurtling towards the feudal world below. As you all sort of take your seats as the ship, takes away, Maris glances over at Nidara. Does Nidara have any opinions on this clearly unprofessional relationship that the Inquisitor and the Ganger have?
It's monkeys fucking monkeys. She does not care.
He shrugs, grins at you, and says, "I am a hit with the ladies." And fastens his restraint weapons. Now, Alex, 01. You are aboard the void ship Sacred Contemplation. It is a Mechanicus cruiser that is performing its duty as the Tithe Fleet's representatives and healers from the Basilicon Astra. And you are at your daily observations in the Sanctum Mechanicus. What does 01 look like, and how does he pray? What is he thinking?
He is General Mechanicus robes, though he doesn't have built-in gas. He has 2 mechadendrites that... 3, actually. Think... Yes. He has 2 mechadendrites that pop out under his robes, and he looks rather gangly, even for Makis.
Sort of skeletal type person.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or
He's currently just looking at the monitors and tracking and gathering